And whatever your time zone is, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Alright-o, everybody. Alright-o. Happy Halloween. I don't really plan on doing very much, to be honest. I picked out something very small, to be honest, to do. Nothing insane. I had my computer back, I might have tried doing something like Dark Souls again, or Elden Ring. But I can realistically do that whenever I want. Once I get it set up. Just gotta get some stuff together. I do apologize that it is kind of early/late though, but I really don't have much of a choice. I was thinking about it, and honestly, logically speaking, this was probably the best time for me to go live today, considering a few major facts. One being that I usually wake up late anyway. I usually wake up between like 3 to 6 p.m. depending on how late I stay awake. And realistically, if I went to bed too late, I'll be annoyed by woken up by trick-or-treaters and my dog. So that wasn't gonna work out. And even if I streamed, like, I don't really have the time to stream late because I did want to go out for a bit tonight. Kind of just want to go looking around at the houses, to be honest, and see the decorations people set up for Halloween, if any of the houses are really cool decorated or not. If I happen to pick up a few treats on the way, sure. But I gotta be very careful because typically on Halloween, the only treats most people have is chocolate. And if you guys don't know, I'm very lactose intolerant. So I have to be very careful with things that contain milk. And chocolate happens to be one of those big things that happens to have it. So uh, I have to either refuse it or have very little of it. Otherwise, it's gonna really bother my stomach. Sometimes even a very little is too much. But I'm not really doing anything too wild. I kind of had like a idea on the whim when I was shopping one day, and I'm like, you know what, this might be something good to try to do. So, might just go for it, since we are here. I really don't have anything else. I mean, if I really, really want, I could kind of just do what I normally do, but then that's not really a Halloween stream, now is it? Now, I couldn't really think of much I could do, but, I thought this would be like a simple little thing I could do, and we could just do chatting while I'm doing this little side thing. Nothing too much. I thought about just having like a playlist of Halloween music on this side, but I gotta be very careful with that because copyright infringements and stuff like that. So I'm really not too sure. Yeah. Um, I also don't have much storage space on my device anyway that I'm currently using, so really couldn't do much. And I gotta make sure I leave space because, you know, considering the games I play are ones that update on a regular basis, I need to make sure I have enough storage space to be able to constantly update them. And I do believe one of the games I play is going to be updating actually in just a few days next week. And that is, of course, Star Rail. And we all know that's my favorite game, so having the storage space for that is definitely very important. But, alright. I'm not even gonna lie, there's a whole lot of things I would have really liked to do, but I don't really have the ability to do too much right now. We just gotta make do what we got and just go for it. I'm sure a lot of people are thinking, oh, he's gonna play a horror game or something, or he's gonna do Halloween karaoke or something, or voice acting project that's Halloween themed. Not quite. Also, I do have to mention, I'm having some weird problems lately physically. I don't know what's going on, but I'm having this weird feeling that keeps like going on and off, where it's like the left side of my face starts getting a little cold, and it even is affecting my tongue. But it's not just a coldness. For my tongue, it's a bit of a numbness on top of it. And I don't exactly know why this is happening, but it's been happening. So, luckily, benefit enrollment is happening for my job now, and so I'm going to be applying for my benefits so I can get the medical and dental coverage I need to try to get things checked out. Because I do believe this has to be connected to something medical or dental related. So I definitely want to get myself checked out and see what the heck's going on right now. Because we don't want to end up in a bad medical state. So I'm gonna make sure I get that taken care of, because that is very, very important. Hey Tab, happy Halloween! Oh look, a monkey decided to show up to see Lord Frieza. I started trying to do some vocal practices. How's my Frieza if you had to rate it from 1 to 10? I've actually never tried to do Frieza until today, but I just wanted to just play around and see. I know it's probably not the most accurate, but it's the best I could do. Especially with this weird sensation going on in my tongue. You've only watched the JP of Dragon Ball? Why? Why would you do that? JP Dragon Ball is... I'm sorry, I don't like JP Dragon Ball. That is like one of the few animes where I have to put my foot down and say, no, I prefer the dub. Like, there's very few animes where I would say I think the dub is better, but that would have to be one of them. Do you only listen to everything in JP? Besides VTubers, which some of them you might even listen to JP of? Yeah, I had to pick like a really early time because of time constraints today. Oh, I'm getting that weird feeling flaring up again. Oh. Thanks for dropping in. But yeah, I really don't think there's going to be another time for me to be on for Halloween today. You literally only watch subbed anime, period. And you only play, I think, the gachas you play it only JP. Ew. It's also like after 4 o'clock in the morning. I thought about pushing it to like 5, but I want to be at a time where my dog doesn't wake up and start going nuts. Ah, naruhodo ne. Well, what do you guys think I'm doing? Some people were thinking, oh, is he gonna play a horror game? Or is he gonna sing Halloween music? Or something else. What do you guys think I'm gonna do? I swear I'm probably gonna throw you off so much. I decided to be very vague today about what we're doing. Because I wanted to throw people off and see how they would react. Now that would actually be interesting, I'm not gonna lie. Perhaps next year I could try that. Definitely not. There's no Halloween themed star relevance, unfortunately. Actually, I don't think there's a Halloween event for any of the gachas. At least not that I'm aware of. Ah, you see, but I'm not doing anything normal. I'm doing something very out of the norm for me. Outside of my niche, you could say. So I will say that Tribble was kind of onto something. So let's just switch to the next scene and we'll start giving away hints. It does require the camera. So Tribble was kind of onto something. It will require the camera. And I'm just going to say the playmat has nothing to do with it. I just left it there after the last stream. Oh, you're like almost you're pretty much there, Tribble. So first and foremost, I'm gonna just. I got my Halloween shirt on. My Halloween kitty shirt. That might be kind of hard with the wire in the way. Hold on. Try to do this without not seeing myself. You can kind of see it's a kitty with the moon. Moon's like Where's the moon? Oh, it's on the other side. But yeah, I love this shirt. I wanted to show my Halloween shirt, so I was also prepping that, but that's not the reason. Uh, I gotta like move things the opposite direction to get it to where I want. All right. So, Tribble, you were so very close. That was like one of the closest guesses you could have possibly done. It has to do with decorations. Look what I bought at Walmart. We're gonna decorate some Halloween cookies, and we're just gonna chat. We're gonna chat while I decorate some Halloween cookies. It's something simple and cute. I saw it when I was at Walmart one day. I'm like, you know what? This might not be a bad idea for a Halloween stream, because it's like I really didn't have anything in mind this year. Um, I don't have the storage space to download and play any Halloween themed games, and none of the games that I play have had any Halloween based events, unfortunately. Yeah, you were really close. You were like almost on the dot. But yeah, we're gonna decorate some Halloween cookies. Now, I'm gonna just say though, my nails are a little wonky right now. I gotta get them to the right size. Like, some of them are longer than the others right now because some of them are broke. But my hands are clean. I literally went to the restroom right before stream and washed my hands, so we're clean. Now, something I really thought of doing was like having up like a Halloween movie on the side while we do this, but I feel like I would get in trouble for it. And the same thing with like putting up some Halloween music. Like this is probably about the only music I could really play because I know for a fact I won't get in trouble for it because it's not copyright claimed. So my thought was just we'll just do some chatting and I'll decorate cookies while we chat. That's really it. Would have been nice if I could put up like a Halloween music playlist or a movie on the side or something. Just to clarify, when I say Halloween movie, I don't mean horror movie. Very, very different. Halloween movie is just movies themed around the holiday itself, while horror movies are meant to terrify the pants off of you. So when I say Halloween movie, I mean something that's just themed around the holiday that's not meant to scare the pants off of you. I have not opened this. This thing is completely sealed. Yeah, yeah, you get it. Nightmare Before Christmas, Halloween Town, uh, Hocus Pocus, stuff like that. Funny enough, I did watch Hocus Pocus and Nightmare Before Christmas on my flight back to Utah to get my stuff. So at least I did watch some Halloween themed movies this year. That's it though. I also watched other movies. Like I watched the Sonic 3 movie. It was alright. A little weird in some moments. Oh, that. So if there's 16 each, it's gotta be four. Gotta be 4. Candy beans, bagels, bagels, yeah. I got some of these in the meantime. After I fucking what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna leave that one there, and then I'm just gonna put down paper towel here so we don't make a mess. And I'll try to hold it down with the microphone right now. Yeah, that's what we'll do. I don't know, maybe I could probably get away with playing some Halloween themed music that's not copyright free. I don't know, but I know I probably shouldn't risk it. I am already struggling to get seen by new people on the platform as is. If I do copyright stuff, they'll make it even more difficult for me, I'm sure. So some of you guys weren't actually here for the last stream, for the anniversary stream, unfortunately. But there is some stuff that you guys missed that if you'd like I can repeat, unless you've watched the VOD. I try to keep that VOD very short, less than 4 hours. I hope it's not too bad. Yeah. But for the most part, what I was talking about in the in my it was a bit of reflecting about the journey, I guess you could say, and about how I know I could be doing things better, and I want to do things better, but it's difficult, and I also need to make sure I have the right help, which is why I did go looking for VTuber managers, see if any of them would be able to work with me. I did apply for someone recently. I haven't gotten any responses, and I'm guessing that I probably got selected because it was a thing where it's like, okay, if a bunch of people are gonna apply, they're gonna select a few people. After that, they're done. I don't know if I'm gonna be selected because they said payments start on November 1st. That is tomorrow, and so I'm thinking that probably did not get selected. I'm gonna uh, probably just contact the person that I did work with before, and we might just continue working with them. I just really trying to improve. Because right now, I could be doing things way better. So, what do we want to do? I don't know this, some of you might not, but I actually am I used to be a little bit more artsy than I am nowadays. I used to draw, but I actually kind of gave it up. And might be wondering why. I felt like I was taking on too much at once. Too many different hobbies. And honestly, I might still be doing that. I'm good at digital art. Huh. I have a feeling I'm gonna like bite the top a little bit. I don't have a scissor. That might do it. Oh yeah. Things come out when I try to make them. I'd rather leave it to the people who are skilled enough to do it. And that's why I kind of rather hire artists than try to be an artist. Because it takes so long to perfect the craft. But why do that when I could perfect other things instead? And just leave the craft to people who are actually have the time to focus on it. You know? Like, if I'm being quite honest with you, I actually really wanted to commission Halloween art for this year, but it was just way too late by the time I had the funds to do it. And by the time that I would be able to get it done, it would have just been far too late past Halloween. So here's what I actually top is why isn't it a hmm. Happy Halloween. Also, by the way, I you keep calling me RYsing. Um, it's just Rye. The whole Rising Legend thing is just kind of like my brand's title, but it's not my actual name, just so you're aware. But happy Halloween. to take care of things that are important. Honestly do. I cannot stand cars because they are such a expense. And leave a lot actually more money that you have to spend for transportation. There was literally one day I had to take they ended up ditching me, and I had to end up being late to work. Uh, yeah. I a freaking bike or something. For something that's a lot less maintenance than sure it takes a little over. Like I wouldn't have been able to walk to work about a year ago if I had tried. I'm so tired and out of breath. I'm also 60 pounds lighter than I was. I lost a lot of freaking weight. You know that. Yeah, they're definitely like ice cold because of uh the major fact that they've been downstairs in the basement, which it's actually kind of it's kind of cold down here. So that might be why they're not like it's starting to come out a lot better, but it's probably because the heat from my hands turned that would probably be why. Like if I gave them more hand warmth, like they'd probably also, this is literally the first time I've ever used icing packets. Yeah, these things are like really struggling to leave the packets. All right, I'm gonna go and get like a cup of water, I guess, to warm them up. So just give me approximately a few minutes. Couple minutes. I'm a little teacup, short and sweet. Okay. Oh, I almost freaking put the box in the cookie. So I just need to go I didn't think I needed to fill it up all the way. But yeah, this one's a lot more warmed up, but a little more. What was I talking about? Gosh. I forgot what I was talking about now. Hmm. Uh, I know I talked about. Oh yeah. I think it was something about wanting to commission stuff to use in the long term that could be used for more than one season. Yeah, that sounds about right. So like instead of trying to get something made for Halloween that I won't be able to use until like next Halloween, which that would be a bummer, I should probably focus on first getting things I can use in the long term. I've also still been contemplating on my redesign. Like I'm still keeping the same concept for my model for the redesign, but I just want a different look. Different look, but the same theme. Still my Dragon Arm VTuber swordsman self, just a different look. Also, guys, don't my arms look alike? You can see at my wrists. But yeah, I definitely have to look into everything that I need for the future. I know the first thing I have to do is definitely figure out the redesign. This way I could pass on the design to other artists. And my nail just broke. Another one. And I have no idea where it just went. Gee, that's real nice, Rye. I know I could also, if I really wanted to, I could always start planning for Christmas stuff. Christmas is gonna be around the corner. Although, if I'm being quite honest with you guys, I am not nearly as fond of Christmas as I used to be. Reason being, that's the season for spending, and I don't like spending on things other than stuff I'm going to use, usually. But every once in a blue moon, I might be a little generous. I just try not to overdo it. But kind of hard to do it around Christmas time, like that on Christmas time. Though I guess I don't really have a whole lot of people to spend on anymore because I have like no friends left. I have maybe like a couple at most that I really would get something for. I do have to make sure that the water doesn't get on the cookies. You might be like, but right, it's just water. It's faucet water that's highly contaminated. So consumption of that water is really bad. There's a lot more loose. Chambers locked. Now it'll be better. Okay, that's much better. Holy crap. There we go. Edge. Oh well. And then there we go. Also, I gotta give a shout out to Mina Aoyama, a creator. I actually got this watching. I'm sure some people hate her right now. time isn't what it is anymore. Now it's all about um, I'm gonna just take the chance and play other music. I'm gonna just take my chances. Let's see. Hmm. How about let's try this one. And then there's some nice spooky music. There we go. I found like a 1 hour thing. It's a spooky playlist. Let's try this out for a bit. I just was getting tired of the same thing over and over. Oh, you know what? Place. There we It'll have to do. It's about as close as I can get right now. Oh my man, more. Might even check out a playlist. Oh. Honestly, neither. I don't think we're doing Halloween this year. Me, honestly, I need money too. For all these freaking projects that we have to do for YouTube stuff, I'm gonna probably have to get a lot more. But I can't rely on anything other than myself. I don't get super chats. I think Twitch is by far the one of the worst platforms for me. I see. TwitchCon as well. Kick is even worse because it has like no. If I'm being completely honest, of all efficient. or are run absolutely terribly. Can't hear me. Can you hear me now? How about now? I had a cover on my microphone before. Like I had this on my microphone. It's supposed to help with like clearing out the sound so it's not like too much. Yeah, I was saying Kick's even worse because they have like no moderation. YouTube is what I think is by far the best platform because it's not only the safest, but it's also the most um, comfortable to use, at least for me. It's like it's the most reasonable. That's what I'm thinking of. Not comfortable. It's not only the safest, but probably the most safest, but probably the most reasonable as well. Out of all the platforms, or at least I've looked at. But it's not the reason. The reason I'm not growing is because of many factors that I have not been doing. I have not been consistent lately. I have not been keeping up on all social media platforms to try to advertise myself. My content's a mess. And honestly, sometimes my streams are too long. Some of them are even borderline boring at times. I'm trying to take everything content. That's what I need. I need somebody to steer me in the right direction. And that's why like I can't. I do not have the mentality to just stream for fun anymore. I've been a VTuber for 4 fucking years, guys, and I'm not competitive with other VTubers though. By the way, I've talked about this in my anniversary stream. I don't see other VTubers as competition. I see myself as competition. It's not even just a mumbling. My tongue has been going numb out of nowhere lately, and I've been having speech issues because of it. I might actually have to go to the doctor. That's what's going on right now. Probably gonna have to go to the doctor. But I have to sign up for my work benefits first because I have no health insurance right now or dental coverage or any of that. So I have to sign up for that so that I can try to seek this help I need. And we voice actor technically, not officially so. I gotta make sure I can speak. Well, the VOD's probably not gonna be super long, so it won't be hard
There, I think it's on. Oh, well,
fine they are.
No, I guarantee you, the cookies that they did and took pictures of, they're probably AI generated.
I might as well just use the rest of this. I still have like quite a bit of the black. I might as well just use the rest of it. I got because how difficult it was for someone. I really I want to do better. I really do. And you know what? That worry about the numbers. You're never analyze my struggle right now isn't communicating with the new viewers. It's getting new viewers. And that's the biggest issue. do some really insane projects that'll draw. Thinking about it, what is something that really draws people another thing. Another thing is that I've definitely noticed that some of my voice acting is beginning to draw people. And I know another thing that people think is a really damn good story, which is for me to tell on Clubhouse. That's not going to be ready for at least another year or two. I say or two because I'm not banking on crushing it immediately. 4 years ago, when I originally debuted, I did it without my stuff being complete. And I think that was a
Big, big reason to why things flopped. I didn't give myself enough time to hype myself. I wasn't networking properly. I didn't finish all the things I needed to finish.
and so I flopped on my debut. I could be doing
Better. I know that.
Yeah, there's not enough icing left. That's about all the icing. I've really been trying to get my priorities set straight lately. Yeah, funny enough, dailies did reset for Starville and Zephyrs. I think that's enough.
Maybe it's some
Run with the focus, maybe.
decorations.
I don't know. It is contaminated. Exactly. They did. A little over an hour. I think I'm just about done. I think 8 would have been enough. But yeah, I I might do like a full-on video talking about some of the topics that I mentioned in my my anniversary stream. Like a brief topic touch up or something. I don't know. All I know is that I need to do better somehow. Because I'm definitely not doing good enough right now. I'm definitely doing things wrong. I know that for a fact. I need to figure out what is.
Anything that doesn't suit the brand.
Like, I don't really do Genshin anymore, so I've been kind of like turning off those videos. While I do appreciate it, I know I have to stress it. Because look at things, how they are now. This is not okay for me. I just know I could be doing better. But I'm doing stuff wrong. And I just want to do better. I'm not trying to do better than any other streamers or anything. I'm trying to do better than myself each day. So, like, the me of today, I want to. the me of tomorrow, I want to be better than the me of today. 209 Abyss, I think it was called. Uh, Technically I have. I just don't have space for it. Nor do I have the time, really. I might try, but I don't know. I gotta wait till I got my computer back at the bare minimum. I also need to learn. So one of my greatest weaknesses I learned because of this, the first manager I worked with, is that my time management, not even just working with her taught me this, just in general, I've learned that recently that I'm the worst at time management. Like, I do not know how to freaking manage my time at all. And it's really bad. I need to look and figure out how to manage my time better. That's the most important thing. Because, like, realistically, I think the what I should be doing is at least trying to do, like, oh, I don't know, at least a couple videos a week or something, along with a couple streams a week minimum. That's how I feel too. That's how bad my time management makes things for me. It just feels like there's just not enough time for anything. So you get what I'm saying. It just really feels like there's just not enough time to do anything. It feels like 24 hours in a day is just not enough anymore. It's like I get carried away doing things and then I forget about other things, and by the time I check the clock it's like, oh shoot, it's way past time for me to sleep and I have work today. Frick. That's how my days have been going all the time. I'll be like, I'll just do this for a little bit, and then I'll get completely drowned in it and forget about everything else, and then I'll check the clock, and it'll be like, oh shoot, it's that time already? Or it's past at that time? I'm really, really bad at time management. Is one thing. I need a full-time VTuber manager to be on my ass 24/7. If I don't have someone to keep on my ass, I will fall off track. It is a given at this point. And it's become brutally obvious about that. Oh my god. Yeah, that sounds about right. Abso-freaking-lutely sounds about right. It really does feel like 24 hours in a day is just not enough anymore. What I need to be doing is I need to be making sure I have time for many things in a day. I need to keep within a set time for things so I can get shit done. Because not only am I a streamer, I'm a content creator who makes videos who needs to start making them at least twice a week, I think should probably suffice. I think posting every single day is maybe a little overkill. because it doesn't give your other stuff content enough time to get traction. I don't know, I could be wrong. Like, honestly, maybe I should be doing it more days a week than 2, but feasibly, I think a bare minimum of 2 videos a week, 2 streams a week should be the bare minimum I do. But realistically, I should be doing more than that. Especially as someone who really isn't being seen by the algorithm. I need to probably push out more than that to force the algorithm like, "Hey, I'm right here. Watch me." Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I could do more than 2 a week. I don't even know if I could do 1 a week at this point. But I just know that I need to do better. That's all I know, is that I need to do better. And it all starts with time management being absolutely atrocious for me. Heck, maybe tonight I should focus on making a video or something as well. But realistically, after the stream, I might actually just contact her and talk. Considering I've not received any responses yet for the other one I was going to try working with, I can just guess that I probably got declined. Or rather, turned down. Because there was another person who was offering VTuber management services, and they seemed very experienced. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should try to work with this person. They're a lot more experienced than the one that I was working with for the first time, and they have a lot more skills I could potentially utilize. But considering how good they are, I should realize there's probably like 50 million people who've been trying to work with this person. Well, I'm not seeing anything from them though, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take a good wild guess that I probably wasn't selected. Considering they said payments start November 1st, the fact that I haven't gotten a response yet probably tells me that I probably didn't get picked, and that I should probably just go with the person I was working with before. I need any help I can get right now, if I'm being quite honest. Between a VTuber manager, I gotta work with some artists, especially with trying to get a redesign at some point. I still don't really know what I want for my new look. I just know that I want a more detailed outfit. That's the only thing I know. Watch. Watch me send a message to her today, and then tomorrow I get a message from the other one saying, "Hey, we decided to pick you." Frick. I'd be kicking myself in the ass over that. I'm not even gonna lie. So I'm contemplating if really I should just wait until tomorrow to message her. Because in the off chance that that's what really happens, I'm gonna end up kicking myself over it. No. Here's the thing. So the one that's got more experience, I didn't send a message to. I had to fill out a form for. and they have to go through all the forms and make a selection from them. So I can't send another thing for that person. So I'm thinking of either waiting until tomorrow to send a message to a different one, or sending a message today. But if I send it today and I find out that I was selected from the forms tomorrow, I'll end up kicking myself over it. Realistically, though, what are the odds of me really getting picked? Like, there's got to be at least like 50 people, 50 plus people who must have applied. And she probably wants to pick people who she thinks probably are more likely to succeed. And considering I'm still trying to figure myself out, my odds probably aren't very good right now. Am I going to let that put me down, though? No, I'm just going to look for other solutions. So you guys might have noticed a very drastic change in my mentality lately. Before, I was like heavily on the verge of giving up or considering giving up like about a year ago. But this year, I kind of just put my foot down and said, I'm done being a little freaking wuss ass. I'm just going to see what doesn't work and try to fix it. Or trying other things that will work. I'm definitely a bit different than I was a year or two ago. I think I've definitely changed. Because I don't really think about giving up anymore. I try to think about, okay, what can I try instead that could work? Tap, I gotta ask you, what is your time zone even? You're not EST, are you? Ain't no way you're EST. You mentioned getting home at 5 p.m. from work. It's 6 a.m. right now here, so there's no way you're Eastern time. You mean you're just a DGen like me? Well, I'm not really a DGen. It's my work schedule that makes me work at hours, but you're a night owl at the very least. Or maybe you just don't sleep. But yeah, I think you guys might definitely notice a change in my mentality over time. Wait, past noon? Wait, EET, not EST? It's a little past noon? Huh? I thought you just did a typo and it was supposed to be EST. What the heck is EET? I'm so confused. Alright. Oh, so it wasn't a typo. That makes a lot more sense, actually. I see. Hmm. Alright, well, I guess I'm done with cookies. I don't really need to be eating sugar at this time, to be honest. It's already like, yeah, it's after 6 o'clock. Yeah. Alright. So, what's my game plan now? With Halloween being over, my ideas of plans are practically over. Other than the fact that next week we get the next update for Star Rail, which means more banners, which means gotcha time. I'm not even kidding. My tongue has like been feeling like a little numb. I got this coldness on like the left side of my face. It's only the left side of my face I have this coldness, and then my tongue also gets numb on the top. So I know that much. I also gotta catch up on Zenless, actually. I'm like 2 stories behind in Zenless. So I gotta catch up on that too. Actually, there's a lot more I have to do than just that in Zenless. I've got a lot to do in Zenless, honestly. But realistically, I only ever feel like doing like the main story in Zenless for the most part. Sometimes there's some events that look kind of fun that I'll do. I gotta admit, Zenless actually had some really fun events. My favorite event in Zenless was the Bang Boo Gundam one. That was actually so much fun. I really liked that event. Where you could customize the build too of the freaking Bang Boo mecha. That was really, really fun. I liked that a lot. Uh, Thinking though. What am I gonna do after the Halloween season's done? There's no real things going on until Christmas. I'll have to think about it. Whoever ends up being my manager, I'll have to talk with them and see if they can pitch me any ideas. Tell you right now though, I'm definitely being a lot more conservative with my funds, considering I had to drop so much just to get my stuff back. Yep. Gosh, people, my freaking job. A lot of places out here already had Christmas decorations up in the stores. It's ridiculous. Like Walmart even had freaking Christmas stuff already. It's ridiculous. You know, really weird thing. I've had like no desire for candy really, so maybe I won't even like go out like trying to sneak some treats or something. Yeah, exactly. About a month now. I honestly hate it. It's like, come on, let the Halloween time shine, but it's like, no, we don't care about Halloween as much. Christmas. Uh, I don't know, maybe I will talk to that other person I worked with. Maybe I'll do it right after stream, which will probably end in just like a couple minutes, honestly. So at about 6:30 my time, which actually it's more like a minute. But according to the streaming time, it's been more than that. Actually, I might as well just leave the cookies up at this point. I'll just turn around facing. All I know is that I've got a lot of work to do, guys. Because right now, I could be doing so much better. I just need to figure out what it is that's the problem. What problems I'm having that are making it a struggle for me as a VTuber. And I've already established the time constraints part. That's definitely a huge, huge problem that needs to be addressed as soon as possible. But I also need to look into seeing what projects would be most beneficial. And I also need to look into my health and see why my freaking face has been cold on like the left side and my tongue's is going numb. That's definitely a huge priority I gotta deal with as well. So I'm gonna look into getting my benefits soon because benefits apparently are active now and I can sign up for them now and I should definitely do that. I know I'm really the kind of person who's super impatient and hates having to wait for one thing to be done to start another thing. And it's fine to do that depending on what it is. Like for example, like if you have enough money, it's fine to commission more than one thing at a time to be done. Like that's fine. Like that's a thing one thing that's okay to get multiple things at the same time. Cuz you're not the one handling that, which is why I want to do that. In my case, it's a lot of analyzing and then putting things into action. That's what's got to happen. That's what I really need to do. And I also need to make like a list of things, like give myself like a little checklist of stuff. And I need to manage my finances a little more strictly. I've been doing pretty good with it, but I need to make sure I plan out funds for specific things maybe. Like for example, I managed to budget myself with Star Rail pretty well, and I managed to get E2, S1 Danheng, and Anaxa without going too deep in the bank. Which is great. Next patch, though, I try not to spend more than maybe about, depending on the patch and depending how the polls go, it really is. But typically I'll just try to go, okay, I'll just do 100 for now. Not even 100, actually, if I'm being honest with you. Usually it's under 100. I'll do pulls, and sometimes I might see the what I want early. And once I get what I want, I'm done. Oh, that reminds me, actually, I have a whole bunch of freaking jades I could be getting free pulls from. Because I didn't finish exploring all the areas that we got in the Amphorius map, I'm pretty sure. So I should probably do that eventually. Which would help a lot. Probably would help my wallet a little bit. Especially when I need to start saving funds for all these important projects and bills that are coming up. Such as potentially a medical bill, depending on what's going on with me. As I can tell you right now, I've never had this issue before where I'm cold, getting these chills on the left side of my face and numbness on my tongue. That's not normal for me at all. So I definitely need to get that checked out once I get my benefits active. I need to get my wisdom teeth pulled, I'm sure, and I'm pretty sure I have some cavities that I need to have dealt with as well. And honestly, I need to get some of my teeth straightened out even, and maybe a little bit of whitening. Um, little fact, my teeth are a little discolored because of all the times I was sick as a kid. I think like the medication kind of like stained my teeth, and I wasn't always the best at taking care of them. I've definitely gotten a lot better with it, and because I'm having a lot less sugar intake, it'll be a lot better to maintain them nowadays than it used to be. I'm definitely trying to take a lot better care of myself than I used to, that's for sure. Like, the fact that I've been working out, getting in much better shape. Some people are probably thinking, man, he's doing cookies things. He's got to be a big guy. I'm getting a little muscular. I don't think so. In a lot better shape. I've definitely bulked up a little bit. I had a lot of meat on my bones and I lost it. I was like over 200 pounds 6 months ago. I've lost 60 pounds in about a year. It'll be exactly a year in just a few days. Yeah, I've definitely lost enough weight. I just need to build up some more muscle and then I'll be good, honestly. Like my weight right now is about in the about 143ish maybe. Maybe a little less now. Which honestly, I would say that my weight is pretty good now. It's just a matter of just turning that into bulk. I'm really not skinny, honestly. You would think, but I'm really not that skinny at all. I just need to bulk up a little and then I'll be good. Like, I'm not gonna lie, my core area and my back area are a little loose right now, so I need to tighten those up. Like, do some squats or something, and core strengthening exercises. If I do that, I'll be good, probably. And it's not that I'm not eating at all. I definitely cut down my portions dramatically. I don't really snack that much. That's definitely the big part of it. A lot less sugar intake and a lot less snacking. I only eat maybe like 2 meals a day. Wait, now that I think about it, did I have two today? Yeah, I did. I had the first thing I had was some French toast with some sausages, and then I had some chicken strips for my second one. And then as a snack, I ate one of these cookies. I think that's it. I think that's all I ate actually. I'm looking around like, did I eat anything else? I think that's it. I know something else I did. I got when I went grocery shopping the other day. I actually got some apples and caramel dip, so I'm gonna have that as like a little snack one day. Maybe I'll have that today, actually. Not right now, but I mean like after I wake up, kind of like later. All honesty, I probably don't really need to go out and nab candy, especially because again, I really don't eat that much sweets anymore. And with a lot of sweets having chocolate, which I can't have, I should probably stay away from that stuff because it makes me sick. I learned the hard way that I'm very much a lot more lactose intolerant than I used to be, I'm pretty sure. But I definitely say that I've definitely gotten a lot better in a lot of ways. My mentality's definitely changed a bit. I'm no longer Mr. wanting to quit after every failure. I've gotten in so much better shape. I just need to address some of these health issues and body pains that I have. I've been having some really nasty hip pain lately since I've been working this job, and it really is a bit difficult to live with if I'm being completely honest. And my back has gotten a little better, I think, at the very least. I can tell you that not sleeping on a mattress anymore has definitely helped improve my back health. For sure. So that's definitely a huge positive that's happened. Uh, and that's really the most of it. I've also kind of decided to try to avoid drama a little more. I know I kind of dabbled in it for a little while, and I know it wasn't a good idea, and that was probably stupid to do. And I've definitely learned from my mistakes that it's really not beneficial for anyone to lean into drama stuff. And it's not how I want to be remembered, as I said. I want to be remembered for my creative ideas that I've got in mind. And the biggest one of all, as I've been stressing so much, is my lore. I just know for a fact, I'm sure of it, that my lore is gonna be one of the greatest things that I'll ever put out there. And it might actually have the potential of being one of the greatest VTuber lores of all time. I know not a lot of VTubers really invest as much in their lore like I'm going to be, but I can confidently say that I think my lore is going to be one of the best when it's done. And I'm definitely going to be investing in it as much as I need to try to make it the best it can be. But anyway, I actually wanted to end like 10 minutes ago, but I kind of kept rambling. Um, I think I'm just going to go ahead and message that person, the one I worked with before, and just continue with them for the time being. I genuinely do not believe that I'm going to be the biggest. Maybe some other time. It seems like need to have some people. Who knows? Maybe December comes around. We'll be doing it again, and maybe that time. I don't know. All I know is that I just need to try. So, guys, thank you to those who came to the stream. I appreciate it. Um, I'm not sure when I'll be back. It might be next week, or maybe if I find the time later tonight. Yeah, definitely. I know the other person that I sent that I sent, it was more like sending an application to. So it's not that they're not contacting me back because I didn't send them an actual message. I just filled out a form that they had available. It was like sending an application in for a job practically in a way. But instead it's me commissioning them technically because I'm paying them for a service. So that was kind of what it really was. And if they don't want to work with me, I understand. But who knows? Maybe some other time, if I fill out for the next month that they are looking again, maybe they'll pick me then. If they maybe see my name persistently trying to send like every time that they open again and again, maybe eventually I'll be picked. And they do seem to have plenty of skills that I could utilize. But for the time being, I need to take what I can get. I need to grab any help that I can possibly get because I know better than anyone that I need the help if I'm going to do better. And I want to do better. I really do. Some people are like, you shouldn't worry about it. You shouldn't stress it. But I am worrying about it. I am stressing about it because it's something that I want to do better with. And I'm not going to do better if I don't worry about things. So I need to be worrying about these things because I want to do better. I really do. I want to be better than the me of yesterday. That is how I'm looking at things. I'm not trying to be better than any other streamer. I'm trying to be better than myself of the day prior each day. The only thing that I'm really trying to go out of my way to try to be one of the best of is definitely with my lore. I'm going to be putting so much emphasis on that lore because I'm going to be putting so much into it. That is going to be the fiber of my being, my lore. And and the one piece of work that I put all my heart into. Well, I say that, but I'll be putting my heart into everything I make practically. That requires me to. I'm going to be putting everything into everything practically until I become the best version of myself I can be. And the best VTuber version of myself I can be. But alright guys, happy Halloween. I hope you have a really good holiday. If I don't talk to you guys again tonight, then I'll probably see you next week after Halloween. But have a wonderful holiday. Uh, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.